Okay, so paid search, by the way, is we think a big opportunity. We've not seen many in the professions take advantage of it yet, and so let's lay out the basics of it because it is a new science. It's it's at its core pay-per-click advertising, and we all know that Google's rich and famous because of that. They got paid 21 billion market cap in 2008. It includes, as we'll see, text advertising. It's just these little one or two word blurbs. It does not take creative minds to do this. Well, it takes scientific minds to do it very well, though. The quote is from the Washington Post. The math guys are the new stars at least the media parts of agencies. And essentially what keywords are doing is you're auctioned off in increments of a penny per bid. And we'll talk to you about how that works, again, at the 1,000-foot level here in a second. So using our same screen with employment discrimination, the pay-per-click is obviously out here on the right. Lovett and Bellantoni has achieved, top ranking or paid for top ranking status, and we also have work discrimination law in the upper left-hand side. Did you have a comment on that?
Yeah, and that you win the battle by having the most clicks, most click-throughs, and that moves you up and off the right-hand column over to the left-hand column at the top of the column. So if you've paid a lot and you've been successful in getting people to click through, you're going to essentially win this top billing spot on the left-hand side, which psychologically, and you'll see in just a second, physically gives you a leg up on the competition on the space.
Yeah, again, so that's the mechanics of how it works. Opportunity-wise, we have, this is uncharted territory for most of our clients. And even the ones who we try to sway, they're still like, I'm not quite sure. And it goes back to the executives saying, well, C-level buyers aren't online. And that's why we wanted to lay those facts out for you at the front end of this, because we know, in fact, they are. So back to Berkey's point about the physical benefit of being on the top, never mind the emotional benefit, but eye tracking studies will tell you, as this heat map does, is guess where your eyes go, top left and top right, and that's why Google's market share is umpty $9 billion, right? So there's some stats to help you understand the benefit of being up top. Here's a little case study for you. We put our money where our mouths are, so to speak. In the past year, we put the lion's share of our print or our advertising dollars online. Not all of it, because we still believe in balance. But we took a big swing at online, both to help our own business selfishly, but also to figure this stuff out so we can advise clients. And the net effect was that our leads increased by 55%. The only thing we changed in the mix was putting more online. So
once again, we discovered as we got into this, and this was the exact, as Joe mentioned, this is exactly the reason that we got into it. We didn't know how hard it was. We thought it was simple. You just sit down with a guy from Google, gal from Google, and pick a few words and start pay up, and you'll get improved response. It turns out, once again, it's a lot more labor intensive than that. We were looking at the performance of our AdWords on a weekly basis, or initially on a daily basis, then on a weekly basis, then on a bi-weekly, and then finally a monthly basis. We were making changes at every point along the way as we refined our keywords, dropping some, adding others, moving them around, adjusting our timing, for example. We weren't advertising on the weekend when buyers weren't there. We were advertising during the week, and we would focus on certain days over other days and certain times of the day versus the whole day. So it is absolutely not a slam dunk. There's a lot of science involved in it. Google will help you some, but it's like anything that you want to do well, you can't outsource it entirely. You need to be involved.
Yeah, and the nice part is, I mean, the keyword in the headline is measurably. You can measure this unlike any other advertising tool we've seen before.
Right, and presidents and managing partners love this.
Yes, because Berkey's one of them.
Yes, exactly.